tonight. My name is Nathan Bellamy. There you go. My name is Nathan Bellamy, and I'm extremely excited to introduce you guys to Urban Disc Golf. Dream it, design it, disc it. So before I get into the details of the app, I would just like to show you a quick little video about the sport of disc golf in case you're unfamiliar, so that we can all be on the same page here.
Disc golf is golf for the next generation. You've got 18 holes on courses just like ball golf, and the rules and everything, the etiquette, the camaraderie, the technique, it's all the same. Disc golf is biomechanically just like any other sport. Muscles have to fire at the same point, and you have to use it together. Instead of hitting the ball off the tee pad, we use our legs and we're the lever, and we throw the disc. What we have is a suspended catching device. It's metal, it sits about waist high, and it has to catch the disc out of midair. We have par 3, par 4, par 5, just like in ball golf. The only difference is you have to think of disc golf in feet. Our par 3s are under 200 feet, not 200 yards.
Alright, so that's just a little background on disc golf. So what Urban Disc Golf is it is an app for disc golfers to design custom professional quality disc golf courses anywhere in the world. So let's take a look at the opportunity. Why disc golf? Why now? So there we go. So timing is everything. There's never been a better time to get into the sport of disc golf. It's considered one of America's fastest growing sports, growing at a rate of 10 to 20% annually. Just in the last couple months, disc sports were granted full recognition by the International Olympic Committee. And it's not just disc golf, it's all disc sports. That's an even bigger market. And the reason why I wanted to get into this in the first place is ever since I started playing disc golf 5 years ago, I wanted to design my own courses out of my mom's front yard where I started playing. So that's where the inspiration was. And it wasn't until I read this quote here that I realized that I might be on to something. And the quote reads, "The need for more courses is constant as the sport continues to grow in popularity." And that quote is directly from the Professional Disc Golf Association. So market size, how popular is disc golf? Well, it is estimated globally that about 8 to 12 million people have played disc golf at least once. Out of those people, it's estimated that about 2 million still play regularly. There are over 75,000 professional disc golf association members, including myself. And just to give you an idea on how much the sport has grown, as of 2005, there were 1,900 courses in the world. But at the end of 2014, there was 4,700, and that's not even including the courses that have been built this year. And that represents a 147 increase over the last 10 years. So over the last few months, I've surveyed about 360 different disc golfers just to get an idea of how they play and what they're looking for in their sport. And one of the most important questions I asked them was, have you ever looked at an empty plot of land and thought, this would be a great place for a disc golf course? And here are some of the answers that I got. Constantly. It's like a sickness. Every day. I've never not thought that. And finally, my town has a bunch of woods by an old mental hospital that is just asking to be developed. So it's clear that I'm not the only person with this idea. I'm not the only person that has the dream to design disc golf course anywhere. So that was an exciting bit of news to get. So key activities. First things first, we're going to follow a Facebook, Snapchat type model where we're going to create an awesome product first, gather a user base, and then monetize it after that. So a few things we need to do is marketing. Marketing is going to be extremely important. Other than just the normal Instagram, Facebook, social media campaigns, we also want to have some promotional items like stickers and shirts to give out. Logo stamped discs. I have a friend who is an incredibly talented drone pilot, and he wants to help me make some really awesome disc golf videos. And finally, the Urban Assault Vehicle. So this little bit of happiness on wheels right here is going to be loaded with all of our promotional items, and I want to take this out to parks, disc golf courses, and any disc golf events that I can get to. And I want to give out free stuff, I want to engage with my customer base, and I want to really build my brand reputation. And once we start getting the user bases, we do have a few ideas for revenue streams. We can offer a premium version with more advanced course building tools. We can have advertisements, of course, brand merchandise, because disc golfers love to rep disc golf brands. And finally, we can host tournaments on courses that users have created themselves. So the app is currently in development right now, and while that's happening, we have been out there making some strategic partnerships, not only trying to grow our brand, but also grow the sport, because they both go hand in hand. So the first one we have is Carlos Estrada with Town and Country Real Estate, who has pledged $10,000 budget for us to help him design and build a disc golf course in the community of Rancho Marietta. Unfortunately, none of that money is going to app development. It's all going to course building, but it will be a great project for us to get our hands in and build our brand and get some experience in the industry. Second, my good friend who's here today, Juan, and also my main marketing man, Juan Andrade. He works for a national nonprofit called Playworks, and they specialize in play activities for elementary schools and youth organizations. So what we want to do is we want to implement disc golf into curriculum in schools and programs around the United States. Unfortunately, we haven't talked to any of the bigwigs yet, but we did pitch our idea to the students at the elementary school, and let me just tell you that they're extremely excited to start designing disc golf courses during their next recess. And finally, the Professional Disc Golf Association holds an annual innovation grant program. I'm one of 24 teams competing this year for top 5 spots, and the top 5 people will get a Professional Disc Golf Association endorsement as well as $500 to put towards the development of their projects. So since I have a little bit extra time here, I would like to show you how simple it is to create a disc golf course using our app. And this is just a mock-up, we're not quite here yet, but this will give you an idea. So let's say you want to make a course right here at San Jose State University. Obviously it's a little crowded right now, but just humor me for a little bit. So you bring up the app, search San Jose State, comes up here. And let's say we want to tee off our first hole from Tower Hall. So we walk over to Tower Hall, in that corner right there, that looks like a good spot to start. So we'll drop our tee pad right there, indicating that that's where we want to start. It'll bring up the camera, it'll take a picture of the tee off spots so that somebody can then go back and see what you were talking about. After you do that, you want to choose a target, or an object to aim for. So in this case, I know that down around here somewhere there's that big fountain in the lawn. So that looks like a good place to aim for. So put your app away, go ahead and disc over to that target. Once you complete the hole, pull out your app again, it'll come over to your location. Drop your target basket right there. Well, drop the target, bring up the picture, take a picture. Obviously there's the fountain right there. And then once you do that, it'll draw a line between your target and your tee off. So now that that's the first hole. That's how easy it is to make the first hole. So now let's say we want to do a second hole. So we're already standing at the fountain. So we'll start there. Drop our tee pad at the fountain. Again, take a picture of where we're at. Go, play on, and we know everyone's familiar with that sculpture of the Olympic athletes. So let's say we want to aim for the base of that. Obviously we won't actually hit the sculpture, but we'll aim for the base. So we go over there, we finish the hole out, pull out the app again. Here it is right here. So pull out the app, drop your location. It'll bring up the camera, you'll take a picture of what you're aiming for. And again, the app will draw a line, and eventually it will also tell you the distance between the target and the tee off. So that's it. That's how you make a course. It's that simple. You go on, continue to make as many holes as you like. Once you're done, you can view your finished product. It'll display all the holes that you've made in the location that you chose. And then after that, you can upload it to our database and you can share it with the community there. From there, anyone can play the courses that you've created. And then I would like to leave you with one last video just to give you an idea.
A lot more people coming out, a lot more athletes getting into the game.
I travel all over the world. I've been to 11 countries. I've been to every single United States playing disc golf. The people you meet and the times you have are unbelievable. They invite us into their homes. They take care of us. They give us food. It's an unbelievable subculture that's really taken over. I think that the outside world can see how dedicated the people were in disc golf and how much it means to somebody when they get hooked. That they're going to get hooked.
All right. And that is Urban Disc Golf. Thank you guys very much.
All right.
If you have any questions, I can answer those now.
Any questions for me?
The question is, so how would you get revenue from the app?
Yeah, so we have a few different revenue streams. We can offer advertisements if we have a big enough user base.
Yeah.
We can sell brand merchandise. Like I said, that's popular. We can also host tournaments. So what I want to do is once we start getting people to build courses, I want to be able to have other users rate the courses. So you'll be able to see what's trending in your area, what's popular, and then I can hold competitions. So whoever has the most popular course, we can head to their city and we can fund and set up a whole tournament. And then from there, disc golf brands will pay us for booth space, and we can make a little money on entry fees and stuff like that.
And what do you think it takes to complete the app?
So I did come up with a little budget here. So initially, app development is the main cost, and this is going to be a recurring cost. But initially, $400 will give me my MVP, the minimal viable product, just to get us off the ground. After that, I have my graphic designer who I paid a cup of coffee to design my logo for me. So obviously, bootstrapping techniques are going to be in play here. Promotional items, I looked up all the costs on how much it would be to make all these items, and then the urban assault vehicle with a bike, a cargo trailer, and a portable disc golf basket would also be there in the budget too. So ideally, a minimum of $2,000 would get this project up and running off the ground. Up to $4,000 to really get it how I want it, and then after that, we would have to judge.
And what do you think you could get for revenue?
For revenue, it's hard to say. It still is an emerging sport. All these brands are still really small. So what I'm kind of banking on is that with the International Olympic Committee recognizing us, and now ESPN is starting to put us on the top 10 plays. So I expect that disc golf is really going to start growing in the future, and that'll bring in more revenue as time comes. And I'm trying to be an early player here in the industry. I want my brand to be recognized before it gets big, so that I have credibility when that does happen.
And the name of your brand is?
Urban Disc Golf.
And you can trademark that?
Yes. If you Google it, there's nothing there.
So the group came to Founders for probably 3 months ago, I think, and gave a similar presentation earlier on. So it's great to be able to see how it transpired since 3 months ago. So it's good, yeah. I just want to say about the name, I'm glad you changed it. I think you had something a little funky beforehand. It's much better. So.
Yeah, it was tricky.
It may be hard to trademark that.
Well, yeah, I guess with the actual disc golf, but nobody. I mean, all the disc golf brands, as far as I know, nobody's trademarked disc golf, and that was the issue, is because it used to be called frisbee golf, but frisbee was trademarked by Whammo, so they had to change it to disc golf. So as far as I know, the term disc golf is still pretty open, as long as it's put urban in front of it, but that's to be determined. The name's still up in the air. We just changed it, so my next survey going out, I'm going to ask my potential customers if they have any recommendations for names, and see what we can come up with there.
Good.
So you say you don't have a revenue target right now because it's not very well defined. Do you have some ranges or some kind of a
As far as
gut instinct? if you need
potential
to?
earnings?
Yeah, I mean, what can your app generate in an ideal scenario in the next 12 months?
The next 12 months, probably not much, because it's all going to be paying off what I've already done and just getting the word out. I mean, even Snapchat, I don't even know if they're making money yet. It's the evaluation kind of thing. But really, when I got into this project, my main goal was to grow the sport, and that phrase is really synonymous with disc golf. We're all really dedicated to growing the sport, and that's kind of where the inspiration came from. So first things first, I want to grow the sport, and then if I can make money off of that later, that would be amazing. But just getting this off the ground, I think will do the community a great service, and I'll be happy with whatever happens. But obviously, money will be nice down the road.
So is your mission statement or your vision statement to grow the sport?
Yeah, and my just to get the product off the ground is definitely to grow the sport. So I want to be engaged in the community. I want to get the app out there. I want to see what people think. And I just want to try to collect, a bunch of disc golfers who are just as passionate as me and who think this is a good idea, and then we'll see where we can take it from there.
That's good. Yeah, the mission and vision is important. Good.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it.